I have analyzed Elliot Page a couple times, and well, every single time we, of course, reached the conclusion that there's something deeply wrong with this transition. But I hadn't seen the Oprah interview, in which there are a couple questions, or one question that Oprah asked that was of a special effect in this. And one thing that I have to say about Oprah, and I think that everybody knows about Oprah by this point, is that she has the uncanny ability to ask questions and have this, let's say, expression. I'm gonna show you this. I'm gonna play the question itself.
What part of your transition has actually brought you the most joy?
And you, for some reason, even in spite that you know that we're gonna see the body language of pages of body language, and it's not gonna be easy. You still see that Oprah has this, well, face of delight of what's in front of her. It's like she finds the joy when she says the words joy. Like she finds the joy in this in people's disgrace. But well, this should be an analysis in itself. But here we're here to talk about Elliot Page. So when we move forward, okay, we have this. I'm gonna go frame by frame. We have an instant, a first reaction. There was this resting face in which there was, say, a sad smile, which we have seen a couple times. But then there's the reaction, and the reaction was this.
Goodness, what has brought me the most joy?
You notice that the first reaction is some words, a shaking of the head, and the voice crumbles for a bit, and the eyes go down and to one side. There's a reaction. The word joy should inspire you to look for the actual good emotions, the positive vibes, the positive emotions that have gone through this change, because this change should be good for you. This is what you were looking for, right? But we are not seeing it in here.
Goodness, what has brought me the most joy?
To be fair, that first reaction, there was this first reaction in which we almost see a glimpse of almost a genuine smile, but there's no tension in the cheeks, like pressing the eyes. The lip corners are not exactly upwards, they are more like sideways. And of course, well, the eyes are, it's teary eyed. Because so it could be a flashing of a genuine smile, but it's not really a genuine smile. I'm sad to say this. This is not a genuine smile. That's why the first impression that we have is of this vibe of sadness. And even if it was a split second gesture.
Goodness, what has brought me the most joy?
So this brought me, you see the voice shaking.
The most joy.
Repeats the words, trying to find this that moment, trying to find those memories. In this case, the eyes are turning to the right. It's like it would be our left. In this case, the right. Maybe he's looking for the words. He's looking for the words. Remember that when we throw our eyes in that side, is this right side, our left side. It will be the creative side. When we look to our left, we are remembering. So they are not. It's not much about memories in here. This is more about finding the right words. So we think that there were already good or joyful memories, and the hardest part is looking for the right words to express it. But in other words, on the other hand, why would it be so difficult to talk about the good times or the joy of the transition. There's this silence. I'm gonna play this part, and then we see it frame by frame.
The most joy.
You see that we already heard Vice crumble, Vice have this hesitation, and we see, I'm gonna show you here, that the lower lip trembles for a bit right before that answer. And the one thing that I did not mark here is that there is this defensive gesture in which the head is not only looking to, in this case, to the right, but it's trying to hide against the shoulder. And we're going to be looking at a couple shoulder shrugs in that regard. So there's a very defensive gesture, a very defensive attitude. And I guess that I think that was a lot of pressure from wanting to answer something that made Oprah happy. Again, I think that Paige has gone through so much pain, and in so many instances I can imagine in such an industry, is looking to make people happy, that that has carried on this interview with Oprah, in which it's trying to make Oprah happy. Okay, what can I say to Oprah so this could be the best, not only for me but my cause. You know that is also the cause of trans and all this, supposedly being in the wrong body again. It's not projecting that. It's not projecting that idea. It's not projecting that feeling, right? That having done good for yourself.
Getting out of the shower and the towels around your waist, and you're looking at yourself in the mirror and you're just like, there I am.
Again, the voice breaking, there's a lot of emotion in there, there's a lot of pain in there. Saying that the joy is getting out of the shower and looking at you with the towel around your waist. And I guess that after the surgery, and the belief that the surgery has made you a man, then I can guess that it brings you joy, and these are tears of joy. Paige says at some point that these are tears of joy.
Getting out of the shower and the towels around your waist, and you're looking at yourself in the mirror and you're just like, there I am.
Again, there's a lot of pain, there's a lot of, in the voice especially, but you see the shaking of the head, the constant shaking of the head. I will give it a pass with the shaking of the head, because the shaking of the head sometimes can signal emphasis, maybe emphasizing that, okay, getting out of the shower and I look at myself in my real body, and the body that I feel comfortable, that's what brings me joy, even if there's no projection both in the body language or the words. The words want to say that. The voice and the body language do not cooperate. And you know that body language and the voice are so important, are much more important than the words. They should be on the same page. Sorry, no pun intended. But no, it's not working in this case.
And I'm not having the moment where I'm panicked.
Again, the voice breaking.
I'm not having all these little moments that used to be just being in a t-shirt.
This is the kind of things that trying too hard. I think the words is trying too hard and to appease. It's trying to, okay, I need to make this right. There's a lot of anxiety. There's a lot of nervousness. There's a lot of I need to bring this message, and I'm doing it so bad. And it should be really stressful, a really stressful moment. And you can see it in this frame before we move forward, in which it's not only the voice breaking, but Paige knew that the message was not coming across. Now, the real question is, do you think the emotion that Paige was feeling at that moment inside match the intention of the message outside, what was trying to be projected or communicated? I think not. I think that there was this huge gap between what was feeling inside and what was expressed outside, and that's what happens when your body language is all over the place. It begins to send all these signals that go against what you want to say, because maybe you don't believe it in the first place. This is my theory. I'm not saying that this is actually happening.
I'm not having all these little moments that used to be just being in a t-shirt.
I noticed this very interesting after just being in a t-shirt, walking out of the shower, looking at myself in my final body, in my real body. There's this very interesting gesture, so that's why I made sure to close up on this. It's like the arm tries to embrace this cushion that is right next. Right, it's like there. It's like that is a defensive gesture. So that you do that to make yourself protected, to push that cushion against you and against your body, to feel that pressure and feel like something is like kind of embracing you. It's like a teddy bear. It's like a teddy bear. It's like having that feeling of being protected, being snugly, being embraced. That's something. All those vulnerability signals are like focused on that single moment. Afterward, there's this long silence, like 2 or 3 seconds of silence. We can see that there's this huge amount of pain, trying to contain that pain, trying to not show it. And remember that the right side of our face, like in this case, this contracting, okay, that right side is more like our logical side, the things that we do on purpose. It's like trying to on purpose to control the emotion. If it was the left side, it would be much more spontaneous. That is our emotional side. It's in this case, Paige is trying to control a very strong emotion and not let it flow. Okay, so I think that maybe there was this intention to cry or to release a strong emotion, and maybe Paige decided that it was not the right moment.
It's being able to touch my chest, and
this is the moment that I felt it was the most pain. Again, the same gesture that we saw a while ago, hiding the face away from Oprah. You know that the lip corner is pulling in the same way that we saw, raising the shoulder to try to protect the face. Is another defensive gesture that goes with the pillow gesture as well. There's a lot of defensive-ness here, and I don't think that Paige felt comfortable with Oprah at all. I think this. My guess here is that what Oprah should have done is to speak for a little longer. So there was a bit, the moment was more relaxed. There was more of a conversation. I think Oprah tried to catch that first reaction because, that makes great TV and drama, but it's not great for the person. Double shrug.
feel comfortable in my body for probably the first time.
And well, yeah, this is not convincing at all. This is sadly not convincing at all.
Feel comfortable in my body for probably the first time.
I noticed that at no point in the last, 10 seconds, let me see, I think it was 10 seconds. the eyes have remained
Feel
mostly
comfortable in my body for
closed.
probably the first time.
It's a very long. I think this is beyond a long blink. It's like the long blinks is when we don't want to be in a place, we don't want to answer a question. In this case, I don't think that Paige wanted to be there. Although I don't think that this interview was the best thing to do. But Oprah, Oprah, you know that she absolutely needed to have that exclusive, and she absolutely needed to capture that first reaction. Thing that I don't think was very honorable on the side, but it's Oprah at the end of the day. Again, I have analyzed. I think there's another video that I have not published. I made an analysis of Elliot Page a while ago. I haven't published it. I have some analysis that I sometimes I watch them and I don't release it. Maybe I will release that at some point. I hadn't seen the Oprah interview of Elliot Page, but again, it's the same recurring topic that we have seen over and over again. You see this total disconnection between the words, the voice, and the body language. Remember that you always have to follow these three pillars of communication. The words is what people are saying. The voice is really important. How are those words coming out of their mouth? This is fundamental. That's why I tell you that so many times I make sure to do this analysis without video and only the sound, and then is when I take a look at the body language. And finally, the body language is this first reaction. I think it was really invasive. I think it was not appropriate, but my guess is also that Paige decided to go with it and green-lighted it because, well, this is how you try to send the message, but I don't think the message that we got is the one that Paige wanted to send. It has happened just a couple times, but again, I would like to know what you think about this in the comments. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the body language guy. Much love and bliss.